Hey everyone, it's me Lisa from Lisa Knits and Vlogs. Well, I'm here to show you my progress on my baby blanket that I'm doing. It is the baby blanket 8 ply or DK depending where you are. Ours is 8 ply here in Australia, but I know it's DK in the UK. It's saying to use 10 balls of the 8 ply wool, but I'm not using wool, I'm using 8 ply marble yarn or value ball. I'm using a 5mm circular needle, not a 6.5 circular needle. And we start off with 3 stitches. You knit the first 2 stitches, and you increase in the next stitch, which is what I'll show you again. I already do that as long as we need, or wait until just under half of the yarn is used. Well, I've nearly used all of it because that's all that I have left. Excuse me, not many half. I probably can start decreasing now if I need to. And then I just got to do that. So then the thing is, when you're doing a new ball, you knit the first 3 stitches from the beginning or the end of the row, never in the middle of the row, to ensure that the edges stay straight. So you knit 3, and then you join the new yarn. Then that way you can thread it that way. So yeah, that is what I am doing. And yes, I use stitch markers, and at the bottom of my needles I have my little needle stoppers. I'm using elephants. I got them in grey. I got them off Temu. I'm not affiliated and whatnot, but I decided to shout myself. So depending which way you want to put them in, but I decided to shout myself some new stoppers, so that's what I've got. I do have some in grey, and I do have some just here that I also got myself. Got the elephants in the grey, and I do have some sloths, and I do have some penguins, and I do have some Highland cows, and I have these ones. They're on my double-ended needles. So yeah, so I've got all those ones, all from Temu, and I do have other ones in there if you're ever interested about getting any. Like I said, I'm not affiliated, but I just like buying them off Temu. So this is how we are up to at the moment, and this is what I've done. So from there to the black one is so far day 1. From there to there is day, from there to there is day 2, and from there to there is day 3. As you can tell, once it starts getting bigger, it does take, those who crochet shawls would know that once it gets bigger and bigger. So it's sort of not fitting on my needle at the moment, but that's okay. I'm still going to be doing more. Now, the yarn that I'm using, because I'm destashing my yarn, is the Value Ball Spray Yarn, 150 grams. Now, I got this on special at Spotlight because they wanted to sell all this to get fresh yarn in, so that's what I did. I cleared the shelf. I still have some left over there. It's 100% acrylic, 240 meters per ball, 4.5mm needles. I'm using a 5. This knitting tension is 19 stitches by 25 rows, 10 centimeters square by 10 centimeters square. It is warm machine wash or hand wash. Do not bleach, cold rinse well. Do not wring, dry flat in the shade. Do not tumble dry, do not iron, dry cleanable. And it is an FSC, www.fsc.org, recycled paper, made from recycled material, made for Spotlight Pty Ltd, www.spotlightstores.com, made in China, and I'm using Aqua. That's the first one so far, and as I said, I'm nearly to the end of it. I'm nearly to the end of that, so then I'll be starting on a new skein soon. And I was just following my notes so then I can tell you exactly what I need to tell you and what I've used and why I've used it. I always write that on a bit of paper so then that way I can tell you exactly what I've been doing. But that's just what I do. Everybody else is different to how they do it. But that's just how I do things. We are all unique and we are all different to what we do and what we say and how we make our videos. That's what makes our videos unique. Now, when I need to cast on an extra stitch, I go like this. So, I knit the first one, knit the second one, and this is how I do it. Everybody is different. I go to the back, yarn around, bring it forward, and then I put it on the needle right here, like so. That's because I made the extra stitch. Now I knit that one, and I knit that one, and then I knit to the end. You only do it at the first of the row on every row that you do. So, and then we knit to the end. I hope that you guys do bring your projects to sit and listen and crochet away and or knit depending on what you do, or diamond art, because we can sit here and we can have a bit of a chat. I hope that your day's been good or night depending where you are. I'm in the southern hemisphere. We are now in autumn, and our autumn started on the 1st of March and it goes till the end of May. And all those that are in the northern hemisphere will be going into spring, and time zones are different. Our daylight savings doesn't go back till April. I think it's the first weekend in April, because Easter is later this year than it was last year. So when the northern hemisphere clocks go forward an hour, ours will go back in the southern hemisphere. Some of you don't have daylight savings. I know there is 2 states and a territory here in Australia don't do daylight savings, which is Western Australia, Northern Territory and Queensland. So New South Wales, ACT, Australian Capital Territory, Victoria, South Australia and Tasmania, we do daylight savings where our clocks go forward an hour and then it will go back an hour. So it gets a bit confusing, but we do get by. I would love to see the end of daylight savings and not have to worry about doing it, but our government hasn't told us we are not doing it anymore, so we still got to do it. But that is something that we learn to live with. And once I finish this skein of yarn, it will be going into the stash down. And I did do a video on how many ball bands that I've already done up to date and how many meters. I've been writing them down, so in that way when I come to tell you guys what I've done, but I'm not stressing if I don't get the same as I did last year. You know, I'm just getting through to what I'm getting through, and that is what I'm happy about. As long as I can get through what I get through. No use stressing. It's what doesn't get done for this year can go down for stash down 2026. So I'm just happy to be able to do it and show you exactly what I am getting, you know, down. Last year it was 115 ball bands, And I think so far I'm up to 15. So that's not too bad, seeing that we're in March now. But like I said, I am not stressing. I'm here to have fun, chat with you guys, hoping you guys are crafting away with me while we're talking and you're watching me knit. Or watch, listening while I'm knitting and chatting while you're doing your craft. And that. I've been enjoying showing you exactly what I've been making and how I've been making it, and going on my, when I go to knitting club, when I walk around from my house to knitting club, talking to you while I'm walking around there. Doesn't take me long to get to knitting club. About 5 minutes, if that, depending on. But then when I do a little video of me walking around there, how quick the time goes, that before I know it, I've gotten to knitting club way before I need to, but it doesn't matter. I get the chance to catch up with friends along the way. Now, because I'm going back, I got to do the same again. So I knit the first two. Now I've got to make the stitch, so I go this way and around, back, and then I twirl around and put him on there, and then I knit him. That's how I make my stitch. So, and then I probably might do another one of these, but when I need to add the stitch, I might do it differently. I'll be able to show you that too when the time comes. When that time comes. But I want to get through this one first. And this one's a good stash buster if you knit. It will take up a lot of your yarn, especially if you've got a lot of the one colour that you overbrought on. And because when you do knit, yes, it does take a lot of your yarn. Knitting takes a lot of the stash more than what crocheting does, so it's up to you to how big you want to make this C to C. I'm trying to make it as big as I can before I start decreasing, because I want to try and use this whole skein for one half, and then use another one for the other half, which won't take me long to do, with a bit of luck. But with this one, I don't need to write out any blocks or lines. You just keep knitting till you think, this half is as wide as what you wanted it. But like I said, I want to use the whole 150 gram balk just on one half, and use another 150 gram on the other half. And no doubt I'll probably have a project in between to do as well. Then that way, so then that way you have a couple on the go. So you can go one to the other. Oh, and I do write it in my journal. I'll show you my journal before I finish that line. Here's my journal here that was brought from me from Catherine from Rose Garland Creations. I'll put it in the description box, so if you don't mind, go over and become a family member of her and give her some watch hours. You can tell her that I sent you over there. She brought me this knitting project journal with a penguin on it. What a beautiful penguin. And it has got in there, I do have my name on it. And so far, someone's banging something. So I have been writing in there a lot of, this, the last one that's in there is this one, the blanket, the baby blanket. That's what I'm doing. I found the pattern from Google, and it's a spray yarn, 150 grams, 240 meters, 5mm needles. I started on the 28th of February, but you're getting this video on the 16th of March, because I pre-do a lot of my videos, so yeah. So that's why that's got that date in. But I have been doing other things in between time, like my hats, my doll hats, and my Easter basket, which I'm going to find a different one other than this one to do. But someone in a knitting club is going to show me how to do the pom-poms. So she said to make sure when I come to knitting club to bring the yarn that I want to use. So that's what I got. I've got to put that in the lunch bag that I got up there. And that. So I've been doing little projects in between. That's why it's taken me so long to do this one. But we always have little projects in between time, don't we? Which is good. And sometimes we want some quick and simple projects in between our big ones, or when we need just to put the big ones aside to be able to do little ones. But I will be making some more of the littler ones. You know, smaller projects in between big ones. But I thought by doing this one, it'll help me get rid of the spray yarn that I have. The spray yarns that I have, so that'll get rid of that one. Hopefully get rid of that. And then and I've got another tote full of yarn that I need to get through as well. So, yeah, we'll get there eventually. But that's what we do. We're crafters. We do a lot that we can for our craft, because we all enjoy it, and you sit and you have fun. Well, when I get to the end of this line, I'm going to finish the video up, so in that way I don't hold you guys up for too long. I think I've babbled on for too long already. And I do hope you like and comment and thumbs the video. It gets me out there. And I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you are in our north and southern hemisphere. And I will catch you on the YouTube streets. And I have been watching videos. If I haven't commented, I've thumbsed it, because I've probably been stuck into my knitting, and by the time I look up, the video's finished and I forgot to write a comment. But I have been watching videos, and I am playing catch up now, because that's what we do. Not enough time in a day, but we are catching up slowly but surely. So I hope you have happy fun creating, and I'll see you around. Bye.